we're going to be looking at the new £300,000 a week deal reported for Bukayo Saka and the potential exit of Granit Xhaka from Arsenal today. We're also going to take a look at Liverpool and the fact it's reported they still hold an interest in Tchouameni, who could be on the chopping block this summer at Real Madrid with Jude Bellingham on his way in. And of course, we're going to focus on Manchester United. A big summer ahead for them as they're set to be looking at Ramos. Lit up the World Cup for Portugal, a brilliant season for Benfica, Man United eyeing a £100 million bid for him, and they're looking to try and hijack the deal for Declan Rice. All that, plus an update on Mauricio Pochettino coming to Chelsea and how he wants to rebuild this squad. Make sure the like button is smashed right now. Please get that done, people. And of course, download the OneFootball app. We need support from the likes of OneFootball to keep the football terrace going. So download that app. The best, I genuinely mean this, the best one-stop shop, best aggregator of all football news on planet Earth. That app's great. It's not clunky. It works really well. There's also free Serie A games on there as well, plus an abundance more to keep you entertained and happy. Scan the QR code on the screen or click on the link below. But I wanted to start this morning by looking at Bukayo Saka. This man has had a brilliant season. Yes, some stickers come in the last few games, but overall, a fantastic season, great output, consistency, and really kind of firing back at anybody that thought he was going to be some one-season wonder. He goes on from strength to strength and has been carrying Arsenal for some time now. But Arsenal are looking to act like big boys. £300,000 a week deal, new 5-year deal, looking to be signed by Bukayo Saka by the end of the season, according here to Talk Sport. And why is this significant? For too long, Arsenal fans have upset me and annoyed me when they've celebrated their club behaving amateurish, behaving like a small club, celebrating the fact that they don't have the biggest wage bill, or well, you pay your players £200,000 a week. We'd never do that. We're better than you. Look at our net spend. For me, celebrating spending less than your rivals is strange, to say the least. Strange. Bona fide strange to me. The reason that Arsenal regressed from having one of the best teams in the world in 2004 is because they refused to pay their best players the going rates. They left. They refused to spend the big money on the best up-and-coming players, and it led to them falling behind a number of teams in England. So the fact that they're looking to give Bukayo Saka 300 grand a week to keep their best young talent, this should be something celebrated by Arsenal fans, and it's a concern to rivals. It means Arsenal are changing direction, changing tact, and behaving like a giant club with one of the biggest incomes in the world, one of the biggest stadiums in the world, who charge their fans the most in the world. This is what you should be seeing. We know how talented Saka is, and that isn't a debate, but this is looking at the club behaving in the right way. Football fans shouldn't be celebrating good net spend and low wages. You should be demanding your club spends whatever needed to achieve the ultimate goal in sport, which is to win the major trophies. And this will be a great step for Arsenal and a brilliant move for Bukayo Saka as well. That's coupled with some news today that Manchester United believe they can persuade Declan Rice to join them over Arsenal. And when you read through the article and you read through the rumors that are going around today, they believe that everybody knows Arsenal leading the race. But Man United believe they can sell their project and they'll be able to blow Arsenal out the water. And this comes back down to the same situation again. How much money are you willing to spend? Declan Rice has agreed to join Arsenal. In principle, he said, yes, what you've offered me salary-wise, what you've offered me as a package, starting, my starting position and squad status, I love it. But that doesn't mean another team can't come along and better that offer or convince him to join them as well. Players often agree personal terms with multiple clubs at the same time and then decide on the best place for their future. This is going to show the appetite here of Arsenal. Again, they're stepping up to the plate with what they're offering Saka. But if Man United come in and go, all right, Declan, we'll offer you $275 a week. And by the way, he's going to be on big money. He just turned down 200 grand a week to stay at West Ham. But the big question remains, do Man United have the pull and the power in 2023, with where both Arsenal and Man United are, to convince Declan Rice to change his mind? I want to get your thoughts on that. I want to know what you think and feel in relation to that. And I look at Arsenal and think they've got a big summer ahead. The news that Granit Xhaka is keen to return to the Bundesliga, that Arsenal may be seeing him as surplus to requirements this summer, it's been hit with some controversy. It's been denied already, by the way. Arsenal have already released the press statement to their preferred media outlets to say, no, Arteta loves him. He sees a place in his squad and his future. I look at this as it going either way. If they sign the right players this summer, Xhaka may leave. If they don't and they miss out on somebody, Xhaka may stay. I believe that both the stories are kind of true without being given the full facts of the situation, because Arsenal are not going to want to play their hands in plain sight. Why would they? Why would they? But what remains to be seen is the future of this Arsenal midfield needs to be improved. Arteta is focused on it. Declan Rice is the number one target. Caicedo is a target, but the fee has been set high of £100+ million. Manchester United and Chelsea will come in for Declan Rice and will make big personal offers to the player to try and convince him to join them. That is going to happen. But where do you see him going? And will Granit Xhaka leave Arsenal as well? I want your thoughts and I want your feelings in the comment section, people. Let's go. As mentioned earlier, Manchester United need to improve their attacking line this summer as well. Harry Kane and Victor Osimhen are being looked at, but the Portuguese striker Ramos is also connected to Man United again. Now, during the Qatar World Cup, he was heavily linked to Man United. They knew that we needed a striker in January, well, the world and press did, because Ronaldo was leaving. We ended up with Weghorst. The money was not given to Ten Hag to bring in Gakpo. The Glazers didn't release it, but they are now this summer looking to go big. And of course, we mentioned Declan Rice already. Yesterday, of course, we were speaking about Kim Min-jae being a target of Manchester United. And these stories are 110% true. Doesn't mean these deals are going to happen. And I know that sometimes fans get a little cynical with transfer stories and a lot get played down. But Man United are looking at a number of targets. And that is sensible at this point because there's a handful of players Man United want in each position. But there's a lot of competition for those signings this summer. To focus on just one would be amateurish, in my opinion, from Manchester United. But Ramos is an interesting target because, of course, his stock rose in the World Cup when he came into a team when Ronaldo was dropped, and it was sort of seen as, the passing of the guard, really. The following match, he wasn't as great. And I wouldn't say his season had petered out in any particular way, but people haven't been talking about him in the same way. 17 league goals this season, 25 in all competitions. I think he got 7 Champions League goals this year. It's been a brilliant season for him. But for me, if you're talking £100 million for him and Harry Kane's available for 100 million, yes, Ramos is. Oh, how old is he now? He's 21, so he's much younger. I'm still investing that money right now into Harry Kane and looking at someone like Ramos further down the line in 2 or 3 years. This is all about the new ownership at Manchester United. And I think United fans have got to remember that if we get new owners, whether it's a gym, which I know most of us don't want, or whether it's the Qataris, we will be going big this summer. We don't need to worry about, we better sign the 21-year-old because we might run out of money in a couple of years. Man United will go big this summer, and they will go big to replace some of these stars that maybe in 3, 4, 5 years' time will age out. But who do you want to be the Man United striker if you're a United fan? And rivals tuning in, I know you like to be a bit salty towards Man United. I get the banter. I understand it. But who would you like to see? Who do you not like to see? That's the wrong word. You won't like that. Who do you think Man United should bring in? Who would be the player that would scare you, worry you, concern you the most if Manchester United were to sign them this summer? Now, Chelsea's an interesting one. And of course, there's going to be daily updates until it's formally announced. But Mauricio Pochettino is going to be the new Chelsea manager. Everything is agreed in principle. All that's being done now is, the crossing of the I's and the dotting of the T's. And I know that's backwards. It's meant to be. The formal announcement is due by the end of this week. We're already on Wednesday, so it's expected in the next 48 hours or so. Planning and preparation is already on the way at Chelsea for what next season looks like. And Mauricio Pochettino is already working. He's already working. And what's a really interesting story today is that he wants to build Chelsea around N'Golo Kante. He believes that he wants to bring him back to his best position, which is protecting that back four or back five, whichever formation the manager goes with, and he becomes that real defensive hub unit again for Chelsea. In my opinion, that's where you see the best of N'Golo Kante. That's where you see and you will remain to. I think what's also interesting is the stories around who Chelsea are going to look to bring in this summer. They're looking at 3 to 4 players maximum if the right exits are done. And I think improving the attacking line and getting goal scorers into the team is going to be massively important. But equally, I think where you put Kante's key as well. He's often been used by many managers in recent years in more forward and attacking positions, and he can do that job. He's got great energy. He's good on the ball. But you've got to put this man back to his natural position and essentially let the likes of Christopher Nkunku, who's definitely going to be a Chelsea player, João Felix, and whoever the number 9 is going to be, whether it's a new signing or whether it's the return of Lukaku, let them handle the attacking side of things and let Kante do what he does best at the back. However, these Chelsea plans are going to come more to light after the formal announcement of Mauricio Pochettino, which is expected essentially any moment now. And I think Chelsea fans are starting to get a little bit excited. What do you think? Moving back up to Liverpool. Now, this is an interesting story this morning that I want to get your take on, that Liverpool maintain interested in Tchouameni. Now, we know Tchouameni rejected Liverpool last year for a move to Real Madrid. And history's kind of repeated itself again with Jude Bellingham now going to Real Madrid. But what does this mean for Tchouameni? Camavinga, yes, he's playing at left back at the moment, but that's only temporary. You've still got Valverde, who looks like an absolute star that was brilliant in midfield last night. There's Jude Bellingham going in to Real Madrid. The likes of Modric and Kroos have signed new deals. They're there for at least one more year. Is there the possibility that Liverpool can take this player away from Real Madrid this summer? Is there the possibility that even though he's a star, Real Madrid maybe think we could do without him for it? We maybe don't need him. Or is it just a case of everybody putting 2 and 2 together and getting 37? That's where my mind's at. And I don't mean any disrespect to Liverpool. Massive club. They could definitely attract Tchouameni. I just think if Real Madrid let him go after 1 year, it would be a little bit premature. Very premature, in fact. Not even a little bit. If push comes to shove, send him out on loan for a year. I don't know if Liverpool would do that and help develop a player for a major European rival. But I think Real Madrid selling him is a pipe dream for Liverpool, a pipe dream for any club that thinks they may be able to get him. He hasn't had a breakthrough season at Real Madrid where he's been a superstar, but he hasn't been pants. He hasn't been awful. He hasn't got Real Madrid fans wanting him sold and chasing him out of town. So I do think when I read these stories that they're a little bit far-fetched at this time. However, the transfer market can be weird. It can be wonderful. And we've seen some many shock moves in the past. So let's keep our eyes on this one. But for me, I'd say to Liverpool fans right now, I wouldn't be suckered in too much. You're looking more at McAllister, which looks like it's done. Mason Mount is still a big target for you. Tchouameni right now, I don't think so, but we will see. Viewers, I want to say thank you to you for tuning in. Please do me a favor and hit the like button. Leave your comments below as well. Make sure OneFootball is being downloaded. As we know, the season is coming to an end, so lots of transfer stories will arise. And the Football Terrace will keep you up to date with all the latest and breaking news and always give you a chance to have your say. Tell us what you think and feel about these said deals. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. Look after yourselves, by the way. Make sure you're keeping yourselves nice and healthy, and we'll chat again soon. Bye-bye.